Namaskar. I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive session on virtual labs. You are watching us right now on PM eVidya channels 6 to 12 and also on our YouTube handle NCERT official. Well, this particular session is meant specifically for the students of class 7 and the subject that we are taking up in this session of virtual labs is English. The topic for today's session is going to be demonstration of a simulation on singular-plural conversion. Well, we have done singular and plural conversion right from our childhood days, but how is it going to be different in this session and how we can learn it swiftly and easily through virtual labs? That is something to look forward to. And now, my dear viewers, let me tell you that if you have any questions, any feedback, any suggestion that you would like to convey, please feel free to get in touch with us. Our phone number is 8800440559. Our email ID is diksha.training @ciet.nic.in. And on our YouTube handle NCERT official, you can send us your questions, suggestions, and of course your feedback. Now, it's very important to first of all know what is virtual labs. So far, we have done a lot of sessions on virtual labs, but there are few viewers of ours who have joined us today for the very first time. So let me apprise you all about virtual labs. Virtual Lab is an online application tool that helps you perform simulations at your own time, pace, space, and convenience. All you need is a stable internet connection and an IoT device and you're good to go. There is a lot of content for different classes and different mediums, and you can perform simulations at your own pace along with some self-instructional material to practice. You can also self-evaluate yourself. Of course, there are self-evaluation practices. Now, for today's session, I'm joined by my expert who will throw light on how to use virtual lab for learning this concept of English subject. We have with us Dr. Amit Ranjan. He is Assistant Professor from CIET NCERT, New Delhi. Sir, namaskar and very warm welcome to you.
Namaskar. Thank you very much.
Sir, we already know about virtual labs and we know that we can, practice content related to different subjects. And today's subject is already quite easy. Then why do we need virtual lab for singular-plural conversion?
No, it's not easy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because the common vocabulary, easy vocabulary is obvious, but with English, as you would know, it's a language of exceptions. It's a highly borrowed language, largely because of colonialism, that the British Empire was so big, they borrowed words from all over the world. So, what seems easy is not easy because there's borrowing from different languages, so different rules follow. So, for example, what's the plural of spouse?
Spouse. Oh, spouses? No.
Spouses. But what's the plural of mouse?
Mice.
Mice. See, it's not mouses.
Yeah, mouses, yeah. Similarly for foot, feet, tooth, teeth.
Exactly. So, there's unless we know those rules, and we have actually more than rules, it is about sufficient practice with the language that
right.
It's only through practice of English that one learns these things. So, it's very important that by class 7 we should know these various plurals. Right. And also topic that we have already done before, which is subject-verb agreement, that the verb has to agree with the number of the subject, whether it's singular or plural.
Okay. And you rightly said, sir, English is a language that is continuously evolving. So now that you said it's not easy and we need to know certain rules through virtual labs, it's easier to learn. So where do we find these virtual labs and are they available free of cost?
Of course, with the explosion of the internet, a lot of stuff is free now. There are lots of YouTube videos, there are lots of language learning apps. What we offer from NCERT is the Diksha portal, which has our own virtual lab, which has some topics. It's still under development, but one of the topics that is given for class 7 is singular plural conversion activity. Okay. And that's a very useful tool, and like I've said in all the sessions before, this is no substitute to a good book and to a good grammar book and to reading good literary books. That's how you practice, that's how you get a command over language. This is a ready reckoner that you can quickly practice, remove your errors, remove the common errors that we have, because with virtual lab it gives you instant feedback and instant feedback helps you rectify your most common mistake, so
Yes.
to say. So this is an aid. This is not the essential, but this is an extra that you have to your textbook and to your classroom learning. So let us have a look at the virtual lab and this topic. So first of all, we go to diksha.gov.in, as you can see on your screen.
Yeah.
And you will see it like this: Diksha, one nation, one digital platform. And from here we go to focus areas of Diksha. The fourth tab here is virtual lab, and then we go to grade 7, we go to English medium, we go to English, and this is how it should look. We've already done passive to active conversion before.
Yes.
And here we have singular plural conversion activity.
Okay.
So let us see. So this is how the virtual lab of Diksha looks like. Now there are these various tabs: theory, procedure, lab, self-evaluation, references and feedback. So you can also give your feedback on this. Theory is where we tell you the basic rules, but like I said, you should refer to a good book like Wren and Martin for exhaustively studying a topic. And then we have procedure, how to use the lab, which we'll, while showing you the demo, cover it, and the lab itself, where we'll do some exercises of the drag and drop kind, and then there's self-evaluation, which gives a good summary of what has been covered
What
in the
you've
chapter.
learned. Right.
And there's references, and I highly recommend Wren and Martin's of these references. Okay, so let's look at the theory portion of this, and then we'll proceed on to doing some exercises.
Sure, sir.
So some examples. The most basic example in English is where you add S. Boy, girl, cow, bird, tree, book. You add an S, it becomes plural.
Plural.
Boy becomes boys, girl becomes girls, and so on. Now, then the problem would be, so we have to follow it logically. If adding an S adds a plural, what happens to words that end in an S? Right? Class, glass, mass. What happens then?
We add ES.
We add ES. And similarly, those ending in sh sound, sa and sh, like phonetically in Hindi are close, and here also in any language they would be close. So when it's dish, you cannot possibly just add an S. It would not phonetically, which means we would not be able to pronounce it. So you can't say dishes. It has to be dishes, dishes. So anything ending in S or an sh or x, all the endings that are cognates of or similar to S,
Okay.
which is S, sh and x. So, sh and
X.
x.
Okay.
All those will the plural will be es. So dishes, classes, boxes. All right. Words ending in o. So what will happen to those? Some of them will take on s, some of them will take on es. So for example, buffalo will become buffaloes, which is es.
Yes.
And potato will become potatoes, which is es.
Yes.
However, dynamos will be just os, logo will be just
S.
logos, commando will become just commandos.
S. Commandos. Yeah.
So this is because of different origins of words, where they come from.
Okay.
So we are not going into that. That will become very long and winding, and it's not for class 7. It's for slightly higher level. Then words ending in y. Then also there is a problem that it does not sound right when you say B-A-B-Y-S, babies. So it has to be babies, which will be
I-E-S.
I-E-S, baby, lady, city, anything that ends in Y will have a plural in I-E-S.
Okay.
Then there are words that end in F.
Okay.
Thief, wife, wolf,
Knife.
knife. What happens to them?
Again, IES.
No, VES.
VES, yes, yes.
So thief will become thieves.
THE.
And this is about pronunciation, you see.
VES, yeah.
Naturally we, when we say thieves, let's try and say thieves. It's difficult to say thieves, it naturally becomes V in our pronunciation,
Yes.
and this is why it follows the phonetic pattern. So thieves, wife become wives, wolf become wolves, life become
Knives.
lives, and so on. And similarly, other words ending in F, dwarf becomes dwarfs, hoof, the hoof of cows, which is the feet of cows, hoof become hoofs, and so on. But there are some words where those that end in F will have a simple S ending. For example, chief, it does not become chiefs, though one should think that by rule if thief becomes thieves, why should chief become chiefs? But it does not, and this is the peculiarity of English language. Once again, like they are borrowed from different languages, so the rules that follow them are different. So chief becomes chiefs, or safe becomes safes instead of saves, even though saves itself is a word which is verb form, not noun form.
Right.
Or proof become proofs.
Proofs.
And this is also because there is a verb parallel of these, which is by to keep them separate probably. So prove is a verb as of the same idea. Proof, the verb is prove. So proof, the plural will be proofs, the verb is prove, and the present tense of prove is proves. He proves his point. Then there are words where the vowel changes. Man, woman, foot, mouse. So man will become men, not mans. Woman is not woman's. Foot is not foot's. Mouse is not mouse's. And this is because these are largely Latin borrowings into English, where the plural has to be within the structure of the word. The same structure is followed in Persian, for example. Kitab in Urdu becomes kitabein, but in the Arabic and Persian structure, it has to become the same form keeps changing. So reader of book becomes katib, for example, and so on. So it depends on the structure of a language, because these are borrowed from Latin. Therefore, now there are words like child, ox. What's the plural of child?
Children.
Children, not childs. And how do we know all this? We know this by practice, by learning, because otherwise if you get down to simply formulating rules and following them, it won't work with English.
Yeah. And woman, like woman becomes women.
Exactly.
En.
Exactly. The
Ox
pronunciation
becomes
itself.
oxen.
Yeah, with women the pronunciation also changes. With others pronunciation doesn't change.
And bull becomes bullock. Bull.
Bulls.
Bulls. Okay.
Yeah.
What is bullock cart then?
Bullock cart is a cart pulled by
Bull. Okay. Bullock is now plural. Okay.
Yeah. So some nouns, and then there are those that have singular and plural alike,
Okay.
which is true of all languages. In Hindi also there are many words in which the singular is the same as plural. So here there would be words like deer. Deer has no plural. Sheep, and interestingly aircraft, which is a modern word.
Yeah.
It's not aircrafts, but
Then?
there were 4 aircraft.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Spacecraft, anything ending in a craft. I think that is because given that craft is an abstract noun. I know art and craft, no? So something that is crafted for the air, crafted for the space, no?
Never
So
knew that.
Yeah.
Again,
so,
it's spacecraft
yeah,
and not spacecrafts.
yeah. There were 4 spacecraft, not 4 spacecrafts.
Crafts. Okay. And deer, only deer.
Yeah.
Sheep. No sheeps and deers.
No sheeps and deers. Yeah. So see, these are the things to remember.
You
Also
were right.
swine.
It's not easy.
Also swine. Swine is another word for pig. So these words do not have separate plural. The same word is used for plural. Then
But pig can have pigs.
Yeah, pig can of course have
Can
pig.
be pigs, but swine is only
swine.
swine.
Yeah. Then common words like series, television series. No? I watch series. I watch several series. I watch one series. I watch several series. So
Yeah.
it's the same word. Species. Same in singular and plural. This is a unique species of bird. And there are 4 species of birds. Both. Some nouns are used only in the plural, like socks, scissors. You never say scissor. You always say give me a pair of scissors, or you simply say give me the scissors.
Yeah.
Or tongs, pincers. Basically, these are tools which are always used as with 2 units.
Yes.
Spectacles. So spectacle you cannot have a spectacle in one eye, so it always has to be spectacles.
Spectacles.
And so they are always used in the plural. Spectacle, by the way, in itself is to see,
Yeah.
and which gives rise to lots of words like spectacular, something which is a
Very
bombastic
amazing.
by means of vision,
Yeah.
or all these other words, inspect, respect, all these come from spectacle itself, from the idea of seeing. Okay, so trousers, drawers, jeans, arms. Arms is to give donation. Annals is pages of history. All these are used in plural only. So
Again,
you,
a
so
pair
you
of
give,
jeans.
Yeah.
Oh.
So abstract nouns also, like alms, which is the idea of donation. So you give alms to a beggar, even though you may be giving 1 coin, it's still alms.
Arms, okay.
Or annals of history, pages of history. Even though you're reading 1 page of history, it's still annals of history, because there are many there to read. Some nouns that look like plural but are actually singular, all the subject names: physics, economics, athletics, mathematics, and some diseases like measles, mumps, and so on. Right? Physics is a difficult subject.
Yes.
It's not physics are a difficult subject. Now, compound noun like sister-in-law, brother-in-law, commander-in-chief. What do we do with these? Tell me, sister-in-law, what's the plural?
Sisters-in-law.
Sisters-in-law, not sister-in-laws.
Yeah.
Even though it's a compound word. So the idea of compound word is that the compound word sister-in-law is a unit in itself. But rightfully so, the plural will be sisters-in-law. There are many sisters who by law are sisters, rather than sister-in-laws, even though it's 1 unit. So sister-in-laws would sound very funny.
Yeah.
Similarly, all such compound words which have this formulation, this in that. So commander-in-chief, as you can see on your screen, will become commanders-in-chief. Son-in-law will become sons-in-law. Right. So then there is the idea of collective noun, which is always used in singular. So even though there may be many people involved in the collective noun, it will be treated as, so the class was listening carefully to the teacher. The mob went on a rampage. The mob has 1,000 people, but as a singular. Or the police came. There are many policemen who came, but the police came. Right? It's a collective.
The team. Team India.
Yeah, so these are ideas of a collective. This is an idea more than the thing itself. Right? So the examples of collective nouns given over here are army, audience, band, board, caste, class, flock of birds, pride of lions. So this is an exercise for you to find out different collective nouns for different animals, and which is very interesting. Like you can see over here, flock of birds, pride of lions,
Parliament of owls.
parliament of owls, and so on.
Yeah.
There's a murder of crows.
Murder of crows, yeah, I heard
and
that.
so on. So this is very interesting. You should find out for different birds and animals what the collective noun is, and how did it come to be known by that name. Right. After this, what we have is subject-verb agreement, which we have already covered in great detail. You can go to that video and check it out, which is that the verb should agree with the subject, the number of the subject. So, if the subject is singular, the verb should follow a singular pattern. If the subject is plural, the verb should follow a plural pattern, and so on. So, subject should agree with the verb. You can watch our video on that. In great detail, we covered what the idea of agreement of subject and verb is, which is very important for conversion from singular to plural when you are doing it in a sentence, not just for a word, right. So, for example, let us do some basic ones. My sister is a mathematician, my sisters are mathematicians. So, once it is plural, the verb will also take the plural form.
Okay.
Good. So, you can read this on your own, the rest of it. Let us get to the lab over here. So, this is what the lab looks like. You put your name in it and start. And here you can see that we have all the tenses given over here. We can change it to different. So, we will show you a demo of different kinds of tenses. Let us start with simple present. The woman grows. Now, we have to convert it to plural.
Okay.
So, woman will become
Women.
women, and grows will become
Grow.
the women grow in simple present tense. Okay, let us submit. Correct answer.
Okay.
Now, let us see. Let us change the tense over here. Let us make it something like, okay, simple past tense. The man grew. So, we have to make it plural in simple past tense.
The men grew.
The men grew.
Grew.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Now, let us see next. The man ran. Let us do some other tense like difficult tense, past continuous tense.
Okay.
The important teacher was catching the ball.
The important teacher was catching the ball.
Now, we have to convert it to plural
Plural.
in past continuous tense.
It's the important teachers were catching the balls.
So, teacher becomes teachers and
Was
were catching the ball. This thing was happening.
Was becomes were
Yeah.
catching the balls.
Catching, and ball has to become plural. So, it will become ball, B-A-L-L-S. So, there are various versions giving B-A-L-L-E-S, balls and all kinds of things, but it's the one. Okay. Good. Correct.
Okay.
Now, let us try some other tense, present perfect tense. The girl has bought the chair.
Okay. The girls.
No. So, we
Present
have to
perfect tense.
only change the
Okay, the one that's highlighted.
the
Okay.
one that's highlighted. The girl
Has bought the chairs.
the
Simple.
girl
Has
has
bought the chairs.
bought is here, and chair should become chairs.
Okay.
Very good. How much time do we have? Okay, great. So, we can do a few more. Let us do past perfect tense. The
Okay.
cheerful child had held the woolen ball.
The wooden
Ball. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Past perfect.
Yeah.
The cheerful child had
Yeah, it will remain the same. Had held.
the wooden ball. Ball remained the same. What's the change?
No, the plural of ball.
Oh, the plural balls. Okay, okay. Plural. Okay. Little confusing because you have to change the tense also. You have to change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the whole point, that we have to understand the subject verb agreement along with. So, this should be balls along with the plural. Okay.
Okay.
So, this is correct. Okay, very good. Now, let us see some other tense. Let us see simple future tense. Yeah. Okay.
Simple.
The
future.
brave woman will protect the cats.
The brave woman will protect the cats.
Will protect the cats. Great, wonderful.
Thank you.
So, now let us do the self-evaluation exercise. So, at the end of the lab, there is a self-evaluation exercise in all the labs. A set of 5 or 10 questions which does an overview of whatever you have learned in this chapter, and which will give you a comprehensive idea of whether you're going right or wrong. And this is also interactive, so it will give you an instant feedback how good you're doing.
Okay.
So the first one is, and dash of dash marched towards the enemy. And the options are within army and soldiers, different combination. See the best combination.
Army of soldiers.
Because why? Because army is a collective noun, it will always be army, and soldiers.
Yeah.
An army is comprised of soldiers. 2 dash of dash are served in your plate, combinations of loaf, loaves and bread.
Loaves of bread.
Because loaves is countable, bread is not countable. Is
Also,
that the logic?
We must say loaves of bread, not pieces of bread.
And not loaves either. The plural of words ending in F is VES.
Right.
The dash was divided into 2 dash, platoon and half, different combinations.
The platoon was
Was
divided into 2 halves.
halves. Not halves,
Half,
but
yeah, it's
halves. Few dash ran towards the dash.
Few children ran towards the street.
Why not streets? Because they can run only in one direction.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I have a dash of dash.
I have a pair of socks.
Right. It's always in a pair. Okay. Great. Let's submit and see. Oh, sorry. This has to be platoon. Great.
Okay.
So
what we have done wrong? We can always go back to the theory.
yes, so this is whatever you do wrong, the platoon was divided into 2 halves. And we clicked the wrong one.
It's okay.
So this is how we get a feedback and we can correct it instantly. That's what we were demonstrating over here.
Yes.
So at the end you will get a feedback of the summary as well, and then you can work on the areas that are weak for you like this and go back, and you can do it multiple times till you get it perfectly right.
Absolutely. To err is human, so it's okay, make mistakes and learn again and do as much practice as you want. And yes, it's not easy. So I have to mince my words, which I said something in the beginning. So yes, there are certain rules that we need to follow, and if you want to learn correct English, then make sure that you know the correct plural of the singular words. And I think now we have come to an end of this wonderful session. We have already showed you the reference material that's available on Virtual Labs, and you can always share your feedback, what you like, what you didn't like on the page itself about the content, and do let us know so that we can, of course, improve upon the content that we are making available to you. So now it's time for me to say thank you to our guest for showing us a demonstration of simulation on singular plural conversion activity. Sir, thank you so much for your time and contribution.
Glad to be here.
And now, my dear viewers, it's also time for me to tell you what you are going to watch next, tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow we are going to bring you a demonstration of simulation to show stomata in leaves. It's going to be for class 7 students again, and subject is going to be biology. So please do stay tuned in, and if there is anything that you would like to share, you already have our email ID. With this, I'm wrapping up this session of Virtual Labs over here, and now let me give you quick updates regarding the textbooks. Well, we performed a simulation of class 7, and yes, textbooks for class 7 are also available. For grade 4 and grade 7, we have textbooks available for you on Amazon, Flipkart and NCERT website. So please go and grab your copies from there and simultaneously take a quick look at the schedule, what's all coming ahead. So we are through with our session on Virtual Labs. In a short while from now, you can watch a session on social science under teaching learning interventions for inclusive classrooms. Topic is going to be how the land becomes sacred. And 12:30 to 1:30 we have a new online training program starting from today, Foundations of AI and Generative AI. 2 p.m. is the time for a session of mathematics, followed by a session of Hindi at 2:30. At 3 p.m. we will bring you a session of English. That's going to be picture reading, followed by a session of mathematics. It's all about data handling part 1 at 3:30 p.m. 4 to 5 p.m. is the time for our online training program, and we will end the day with our section Sahyog, where the topic is going to be my emotional traffic light. Well, that's going to be one interesting session, so please stay tuned in and do share your feedback. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, taking leave of you, and will join you soon. Namaskar.